In this tutorial, I'm going to show you one of the ways we can edit text in Adobe Photoshop. So first of all, we need to open up our file. So if you go up to File in the main menu and down to Open, and I want you to go to the General area, open up the folder called Technology. Inside there you'll find a folder towards the bottom called Year 9 Graphics, and inside there another folder called Calendar. The file we want is called arialalphabet.psd. So click to open that, and you will have a page of letters, the alphabet A through to Z, and numbers 0 through to 9. There are a couple of letters missing, G and H, which we'll add in during the tutorial. So I'm going to zoom in first of all so we can see a little bit better what's actually going on. So the tool we need to use is the horizontal type tool. So about 3/4 of the way down on the toolbar on the left hand side is a T icon. Okay, that's our text tool. It's actually called the horizontal type tool. Click on that. If I bring my cursor up here to the top left, you'll see my cursor is currently a little dotted square with a vertical black bar going through it. That black bar looks similar to a capital letter I. So what we need to do is go through letter by letter and change the font style and color. So what we do is highlight a letter to edit it. But a problem we have is when I click and drag my text tool to select those letters, all that's happening is I'm creating another text box. Okay, this dashed rectangle with these squares in the corner and squares halfway, that is an actual new text box. Well, that's no good to us. We want to select the text that's already there. So before we move on, we need to get rid of this box. I can't follow the rest of this tutorial until I get rid of this text box. So how do I do that? Well, let's have a look in our options bar. Let's go across the options bar towards the right hand side. We've got this circle with a line going through it. Looks similar to a no entry sign. If I hover over that, it's actually called cancel any current edit. So that means anything I'm currently doing on my screen, I can cancel. That's what we want to do. Click on that. That text box disappears. So how do I select the text that's actually there? Let's look here now. Watch my cursor. So outside the existing text box, it's got this dotted square around it. As I take it closer to the letters that are there, that dotted square disappears. So that means I can now select the text that's currently on the page. So let me show you that again. Outside of the text box, or outside of the text that's already there, I've got this dotted square. And as I move closer and inside the existing text box, that dotted square disappears. So now I can click and drag to select my letter. So you can see there now I've got that capital A selected and it's highlighted on my screen. So one way to edit text is our options bar. So if we have a look, you can tell I'm using the text tool with a little symbol here in the top left hand corner. And I go across where it says Black Oak. That's the font that's currently being displayed there. So if I click on here, open up the font family, in here I can see all the different fonts loaded onto this computer. So let's select a different font. What we can also do is select or set a different style. Let me find, if I go back to Arial, show you what I mean. So we can set a style. We can have narrow, regular, italic, bold, bold italic, and black, which is even bolder than bold. Okay, but not all fonts have this variety of styles. As you saw just now when I chose, it was called Ravi. That hasn't got any style at all to it. Let's have a look at an alternative. So romantic, I could do regular, italic and bold. Right. So that's changing the font families, the style of font and the style of font. Now the next option along is the size of our font. We'll skip that for now. I don't need to change the size at this moment. And we'll go across here to this coloured rectangle. So obviously this is how we set the text colour. So if I click on that, that opens up this select text colour box. And I've got displayed at the moment this large square showing different shades of a colour. So we've got from white to black and bright colour to dull colour. Okay. And if you look on your page, you can see your letter displayed in colour. So if I click here in the top corner, okay, see your letter changes colour. If you look here, we've got new colour, that's the one I just clicked on, and current colour, so that's what it was originally. So if I want to go back to current, all I would do is click on cancel and it would revert back to this. So I can choose a light shade, a bright shade, mid-tones, dark tones, dull colour, and all the shades in between. And each time I click, your new colour is being displayed here. What if I don't want green? Let's have a look at this colour bar here. What I can do is click and drag this slider up and down and choose a different shade of a colour. So I select that and click on OK. So we saw, well, it wasn't highlighted, that letter has actually changed colour. We can see our new colour here as well. So what I want you to do is move along letter by letter, changing the font, changing the style if you can, and changing the colour. You just click in between the two letters, click and hold, drag across to select the next letter, choose a font family, choose a style if you can, and choose a colour. So I want you to do that all the way until you get to number 9. At the end, once you've finished all of these letters, click the tick, accept those changes, and you're done. So if you do File, Save As, and save this file into your area, and then we'll move on with the next tutorial.